You guys, we have got to talk about the fact that Trisha Paytas is calling out Colleen Ballinger, okay? Recently, Colleen did a podcast where she was talking about her cancellation. And well, Trisha sat down with Moses for an episode of Just Trish where they were calling out Colleen on the way that she was trying to minimize what happened during her cancellation and the things that she's been called out for. We are going to get into everything that was said. So last week, Raven and her wife, Miranda, who host a podcast together, posted an episode titled Exclusive Colleen Ballinger Tells Her Side. The original title was Colleen's actual apology, but they later changed it due to the fact that the comments made them realize she only ever apologized during the episode after Raven told her that she should. The podcast started with Raven and Miranda explaining that it was their first time meeting Colleen and that they felt enough time had passed since her cancellation for her to reflect and maybe have a more human conversation behind the headlines, which okay, but the second this video dropped, the backlash was immediate. People were not happy with them giving Colleen a platform and even less impressed with how the conversation went down. Colleen tried to explain that her Miranda Sings character was never meant for kids, which was confusing for a lot of people because if she knew kids were watching and still didn't adjust her content, that just makes it even worse. She also spoke about not realizing the power dynamic between her and her fans, which honestly felt like another case of I just didn't know better that she kept repeating throughout the entire episode. She was admitting that things were bad or were wrong, but she was trying to say that her intentions behind them were never the way that, you know, people have made it out to be. And she also talked about her ukulele video that was not an apology video and was her just angrily playing that ukulele and not wanting to take accountability or apologize for everything that had come out and been said about her. She said that she never should have posted it, but I do think it's interesting that it is still up. I feel like if she regretted it, she would have taken it down, but I know some people have said that if she takes it down, then it looks like she's trying to hide or run away, but I feel like she could take it down and then say, I never should have posted that, like in a new video, and people would understand why she took it down and maybe even say, why did it take so long? You know what I mean? But anyway, they also asked her about other things like her friendship with JoJo Siwa, because people just felt like that was so inappropriate due to their age gap, but she was trying to defend that, saying that, you know, they're more so family and JoJo's like a sister to her, even though she already has a sister. But all in all, people felt like the whole thing was an effort to reframe the story of what happened, what went down with Colleen, and that they were trying to make it seem less bad or like less bad on her end because it wasn't intentional what happened, but it still sounded bad. I mean, even with what Raven and Miranda said, the way that they were asking her questions or talking about what has been said online about her, it sounds bad. And I mean, she was saying like it sounded bad, but I mean, it should have been like bad enough to where like they didn't want to take the interview, you know? But like I said in my last video, this all felt like a calculated move, something that her and her team were probably wanting her to do, as she talked about it in her vlog that she's wanted to speak out for some time now. So her team probably asked a couple podcasts she wanted to go on if they would have her and have this conversation with her. And well, it seems Raven and Miranda agreed. I don't know why, but they did. Now, fast forward to this week, and Trisha Paytas has entered the conversation as her and Moses sat down in a new video on her channel to react to the entire situation. Moses pointed out that it genuinely felt like Miranda and Raven were there to soften Colleen's image rather than hold her accountable, and they called out the fact that Colleen didn't directly apologize unless prompted, and described her answers as extremely vague or surface level, like someone who was just trying to appear remorseful without actually owning up to anything.
I was shocked. I mean, the interviewers were literally handing her the talking points as she was going through it, because we know she's not going to apologize. She's not going to say anything different. She's exactly the same where she was all throughout this process. But the way they were like trying to give her excuses and instead of just asking questions, they were giving her the talking points.
I think people want an apology. I think people want for you to acknowledge the things that happened on stage. I hope that you give that to them.
I agree with you. I think that they do want an apology, and I am sorry.
They then talked about how Colleen addressed the whole underwear situation by trying to say that she thought it was inappropriate and a fan begged her to send it, and she was just trying to be good to her fans, and it wasn't what it sounded like.
I loved giving away gifts to my fans online, so I would send them like a bobby pin of Miranda's or a lipstick of Miranda, an old shirt, you know. Usually it was to encourage them to donate to a charity event that I would do every year, but I loved giving out stuff. And so I was doing a live stream like I did pretty often, and I was opening up a box of clothes that I had bought, and in it was this underwear bra set that I didn't order, and it was we were all laughing about it. So everyone in the chat was laughing about it, me and my friend, and he actually put it on over his clothes and was like, look at this, and we were laughing about it. And there are people in the comments saying, oh, send that to me, send that one to me. And we were like, we're not going to do that, that's crazy. But then there's one fan in particular who kept asking us to send it, and I was like, obviously you can tell in the live, like I'm like hesitant about it because there is a little bit of brains in there somewhere that was like, maybe not, because I hesitated. But then I was like, and I didn't send it. I didn't. But then it was just became an inside joke with the fandom, and everyone was like telling me to send it, and he kept asking for it. It was like months of this. And so finally I did, and it was very public and as a joke, and it was like a part of my brain was missing.
Trisha, in talking about this, was bringing up the fact that Colleen tried to put the blame on Adam for this when she was the adult here and offered it to him first.
Don't even talk about it. Like, if you're just gonna keep sidestepping or like just lying about it, just sidestep it completely miss it. If this was a PR interview or any interview, just be like, edit that question out, because like it's proven. There's clips proven. Like that's what I'm saying. When there's like hard concrete, there's no way you can misinterpret it, right? There is a clip originally put out where it looked like Adam McIntyre was asking for underwear on like this like stream that like Corey and Colleen were doing. The clip was edited. In the full clip, they were the ones initiating the sending the underwear of. So it's like, I think that's what's so frustrating, right? There's so many like way she steps around this, right? It's just like, oh, the things that weren't true. And yes, there's probably some things out there that weren't true, being like, so it kind of takes away from the stuff that was true. But like, why are you keep talking about the stuff that like was proven true?
So here's some clips from the origins of that situation, just to refresh everyone's memory here.
Oh my God, that makes me laugh. I want to send him something. Do you want the bra, Adam?
Do you want the bra and panties? Tweet right now.
Oh my God. Yeah, Adam, let me know what you want. He's in Ireland. Hi, Adam. I love you. Okay. I'm sending him something. Okay, maybe he'll want the panties. Although then his parents will be like, you're not allowed to watch who is sending you panties. He'll be like, Mom, don't worry. I watched a boy wear them online first.
Did that boy win these or not?
I don't know. He has to tell me what he wants. What was his name again?
I forgot.
Oh, shit.
Adam?
Oh, yeah. It was Adam. Yeah, it was Adam.
What did he say? Is he being mean?
He said, hi, you have ugly clothes, but I want those ratchet panties and bras signed by Corey because he modeled them well.
Yeah!
And Trisha was just clocking that she needs to stop trying to combat things said about her that have been proven to be true. And Moses goes on to say that she was just trying to make the whole thing sound less bad by saying she is a people pleaser and she wants to please her fans.
With Adam too, there's like concrete proof in this whole underwear situation. You initiated it, you sent it to him. Done. He was a minor, a child, not a young man, a child. And it's like, okay, you're trying to not have that come up again. So just don't talk about it. Because the more times you just say it's a lie, or I think she was like trying to insinuate again that he wanted it or whatever. It's like,
well, basically she was saying that the way it sounded, that what actually happened is like, she suggested it and then he followed up on that.
Yeah, right.
So basically he was like, oh, are you going to, is it that? So,
and a child again, mind you, like,
no, she's the one that's supposed to stop all this.
Yeah,
but then she was trying to say, I am trying to please my fans, so I do what they ask me to do. And that's my fault that I'm so greatly connected with my fans and I try to give them what they want. And this is my whole persona.
Trisha ultimately just can't believe that Colleen won't apologize and called out the fact that in this podcast, she couldn't even do that and they had to switch the title.
So proven. It's so inappropriate. Everyone knows it. So either apologize or just don't talk about it. And there's no apology, which should be noted on this episode was the title was originally Colleen's actual apology to
Colleen
telling her side of the story. They switched the title, which is
like tells you everything you need to know. It's like,
because there wasn't, and it's like I don't know. I think like how can you not, even if you hired a PR person or you're trying to do a PR cleanup, how can you just not say sorry?
So yeah, this was supposed to be Colleen's attempt to come back, like it is not landing. But that is what Trisha and Moses had to say about Colleen sitting down with Raven and Miranda. People still cannot believe that she went and did this, but I want to know what you guys think about all of this, what Trisha had to say, the fact that Colleen even did this. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.